It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Saints under the lights on Sunday night.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Ready.
Fighting through. A second nice move. Still going. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Hey, check that.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Cup 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 71 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run.
And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter. He's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And his throw is incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays...
Here's a diving catch right side. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Saints first down.
Stroud sets up the play action. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Past the 60, past the 60. Go.
Here's Stroud. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Stroud will look to throw once more. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Sly able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. There he goes left side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They go with Chubb on second down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD. We're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb to about the 33-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Stroud on 3rd down now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to get... And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From a yard out. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stroud to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tyler Algier, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown catch in the victory. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Stroud.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
127 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Shoves him aside.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
That one complete. It's tanked down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
Yes, sir.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as the season moves along.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
13 yards. And the Saints 1st down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run with Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Now Stroud.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Flush to his right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Dicker down attack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud sets up the play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout
continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
For a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Warriors 70.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably